Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, I want to build the speaker based on LM386. So it's a simple IC audio amplifier that we just put the input through a bunch of potentiometer and it will produce a sound that we can control. The aspect of the sonic control is the treble, bass, and volume. So without further ado, let's do it. Yeah? As you can see, this is a breadboard, and I have already input the IC LM386. Now we can first put the power pin. The power pin is in pin 6. This one. Let's say my positive and negative input is in here, yeah? Only in this line, these two lines. So input it. Okay, now I want to input the pin 7 now. The input 7 is a bypass pin, and for the bypass pin you need a capacitor. But if you only input the capacitor, it will still make a distortion sound in the speaker. So you need a resistor too. So you have an RC that filter this circuit. So yeah, and you only use this. This is enough. The 10 microfarad. Okay, I think we need to put the resistor first here. This is a 10K resistor. Yeah? Put it here. Now we put the capacitor. Okay, as you can see, from the input 7 through the resistor and then through the capacitor, negative pin, and yeah. Now I want to input the capacitor and potentiometer in the pin in between pin 8 and pin 1. So first you need the capacitor. I will use this. All of this, it should be a 10K resistor, yeah? 10,000 ohm, and yeah, it should be like that. But I have 100 ohm because and 100,000 ohm because I'm out of 10K. So yeah, this is the one. Okay. And put the jumper pin, or you can just directly use the another capacitor. I will use another 10 microfarad capacitor, and I put it in the middle pin, yeah. And remember, the negative pin is into the pin 8. Okay, this is negative pin. Okay, we have already done the pin 6, 7, 8, 1. Now the pin 2 and pin 4 is for the ground. So we will use jumper cable directly into the ground. Put it into negative Okay, now we can do the input. This I will use 100,000 ohm. Normally you should use 10,000 resistor. Okay, there is it. Oh, okay, hold on. My bad, guys. Okay, I will put it in here around this area, and the output of the potentiometer we will use this as a phone. We will put it for the pin 3 of the IC here. Keep it nice and tight to the IC. And the rest of the input, the rest of the pin, one of them goes through the ground. Oh, and I forgot to tell. For this potentiometer, this is potentiometer, and we will use it for gain. This is gain, and we can control the gain for this amplifier. And for gain, I recommend that you don't put any more pin to this pin or input this to ground, because you will make it smoking and it smells bad. It smells like a burnt plastic. And for this pin, you will input the audio signal. I will put it less, but now okay, you can put the bass, the bass control. I will put it in here. This is potentiometer for bass. So if we want to have a control to bass, we need to make a potentiometer, and we need to put it in. So it's just a low pass, so it's a combination of resistor and capacitor specifically, and we will take this signal from pin 1 from the here. This is the gain here. Okay, it's hard. Ooh. Okay, it's in. Now we will put it in here, and you use a small ceramic capacitor. This is ceramic because its value is smaller, and this is a 0.1 microfarad. So we put it in here, and the wider one, yeah. Okay. Congratulations, you just built a low pass filter, and this will control the bass. Now let's build for the treble. Okay, we have potentiometer for treble, and we need another pin that have the signal from the pin 1 to the treble again. We will use this. Yeah. Okay. Put it in here, and have the capacitor put it before the potentiometer. So we build the high pass filter for the treble. Where is it? Okay, it's in here. Okay, we just done another one. So we have the gain control, volume control, a bass control, and a treble control. Now we can prepare for the less setup, the speaker, and do less filtering. Okay. For the preparation, I will put the 9 volt adapter for this battery. Okay. Alright. Now the next step, I want to prepare the output from the bass and the treble. For this, I will use a capacitor. Capacitor should be put right before the speaker. So I will put it far behind this. Put it in here. And oh yeah, I forgot. And since this is a bass control and it will be directed into this woofer, we will use this big capacitor. This is a 1000 microfarad. And the negative should be other right there. Okay. And these two, and because this is will be directed into tweeter, the small one, we will use the smaller scale capacitor, which is this 1 picofarad. No, I mean 1 microfarad. And if you don't have any ejector for this capacitor, you can do it with the nearest one, and it will probably do the same job. And I will put it in here. Alright, now we will put the output from the input, the pin 5 to this one. So we will first it will go to the bass. I don't have any more here. Yellow. Alright then. I will use the white one. This is the pin 5. Insert it. Yeah, it's kind of broken. Okay, everything is still safe. Now we unfold it. Now we will put it right here. Okay, so for the bass one, for the woofer one, we have from two output. The one output is directly from pin 5, and one output directly from the potentiometer. That source, the signal source is from the gain signal, the pin 1. So that's how the bass boost work, or bass controller. And next one, we will want to connect it to the treble now. And it is also need to put it before the capacitor. Alright, we are almost done. Now, before we put it, we need to put another capacitor. We have two capacitors. The right one is the medium capacitor. Its value is 470 microfarad. You can do 100 too, but I advise you to use either one of these two. The 100 or the 470. We will put the negative pin into the ground. So this will filter the high frequency, and this one, the 0.1 microfarad capacitor, will filter the low frequency. So because the distortion is not only came from the audio source, it can came from the battery, the power source. So yeah, it's kind of hard. Alright. Oh, and I forgot to mention, for the ceramic type capacitor, they don't have any polarity, so you can just put it here like this or inverted because it didn't affect it because it don't have any polarity. But it's of course different from this electro type capacitor. They have polarity, so you need to put it right. And just want to do this one. Alright, now let's put the speaker. Okay, this is the speaker. I solder it with the jumper, and of course this is not the perfect method, and it will cause the another distortion. But if you want to be perfect, you can use a computer speaker, the external one, so it will directly into USB, and you just need to have the audio jack receiver in the circuit. That's how you can improve from my circuit. So in this speaker, okay, the red one is the positive one. We will put it after the capacitor from the base, and we will put it the last one to the ground. And here I also solder it to another capacitor. It's pretty small. If I'm not wrong, this is also either 10 or 400. Yeah. I think it's 10 or 1 microfarad. And this one, the positive is the yellow one. Alright, so we will put the positive yellow into here, and the negative one into ground. And here we go. It's already complete. Oh, almost complete, sorry. And we will use a hacked audio jack. So I just need to make this, I just need to cut the wire and grouping the wire. So the brown one is the ground, so I can just twist it into one and screw it to a metal. And these two things, this is the signal left and the signal right. The color is the red one. Now we can just put either one of these two into this and this into ground, but you can also do it just like this. Well, it's kind of hard. Maybe I will remove it first. And this will put it into the ground. Alright, put it back again, and there you have a complete LM386 audio amplifier. You can control the gain, volume, bass, and treble. You can just put it here. You can check it. Yeah, it responds. And later I will show you its response to the audio, for example, from the laptop, from the phone. Okay.